Good morning, class. This is your English teacher, Sir Sanjay. I welcome you all to yet another session of online classes. Today, I would like to explain you a new lesson from your English Honeysuckle text. Lesson number 8. The name of the lesson is A Game of Chance. So, game, you already know what is the meaning of the word game, right? What is game? Game can be something you play, right? There are various kind of games you have already known. Some are outdoor, some are indoor, right? Then a word is mentioned here, chance. What do you mean by chance? Chance can refer to luck, something that happens as a fluke, mistake, or by chance, like we call it. Okay. So, game of chance. Here, basically, in this lesson, we are going to learn how a game of luck lures and almost, fools a boy into spending the money he had. Okay. So, without wasting any further time, let's begin the explanation with the preface beforehand. Okay, so what do we have ahead? Let's try and find out by reading the preface. The question asks, have you ever won anything in lucky dip or other such game of chance? Lucky dip, right? Wherein we try our luck by throwing in rings or rolls in fears and dices. You must have done that, right? So this sort of games are called lucky dip. Okay, so you ask, do you like such games? You ask whether or not you like games of this kind. Okay, so let's begin. Game of chance. Okay, there are one. Here we go. Every year, I begin reading. Every year on the occasion of Eid, there was a fair in our village. So this story is set up in village. Clear? The writer says every year on the occasion of Eid, Eid is one of the biggest festivals celebrated by Muslims all over the world, people who have faith in Islam, right? So every year on the occasion of Eid, there is a massive fair in the village of the writer. Eid was celebrated only one day, but the fair lasted many days. Okay, the thing is, Eid was celebrated only one day, but the fair used to last for several days. Okay, it was so popular that it used to last for many days. Tradesman. What do you mean by tradesman? Simply speaking, it may mean businessman or people who deal with different kind of business. Okay, can be anything from opening shop to things of other nature, similar nature. So tradesmen from far and wide came there with all kinds of goods. So you have to understand, businessmen or people who dealt with selling stuff of different kind used to come from all around the country to be part of this fair, because this fair used to last for several days, and lasting for several days means more sell and more profit to businessmen, right? So that is why people from far and wide used to gather on this occasion of fair. When was this fair held? It used to start when Eid festival began, and then it used to continue further, right? So tradesmen from far and wide came there with all kinds of goods to sell. Clear? They used to come with several kind of goods and then they used to sell them. You could buy anything from a small pin to a big buffalo. The writer says if you wish to buy, you could buy anything, ranging from a small pin to a large buffalo. Buffalo is usually very large, right? So this fair used to serve almost everything, ranging from a small pin to a large buffalo. Okay, there was this range. Alright. So moving on, para 2. Uncle took me to the fair. So the writer's uncle took him to the fair. Bhaiya, who walked for us at home. So Bhaiya must be the person who used to, help his uncle at home with household chores or whatever you call it. So Bhaiya, who worked for us at home, came with us. Bhaiya accompanied them to the fair. There was a big crowd at the fair. Many people turned up, massive crowd. Clear. Uncle was leading us through the crowd when he met a few of his friends. So his uncle was leading them through the crowd because he was well acquainted with the people and places. It was his village. That is why his uncle was leading Bhaiya and the boy. They wanted him to spend some time with them. Okay. So his uncle met some of his friend, and his friends, insisted that he spend some time with them. So he would go with them. Clear? Now what would happen? Let's see. Uncle asked me whether I would like to look around the fair with Bhaiya till he came back. So uncle asked him, asked the little boy, whether would you like to look around the fair till I come back? Means would you like to check out what stuffs are being sold? Would you like to, get around on the fair with Bhaiya? So what was in the mind of the young boy? Let's see. I was happy to do that. He says he was very excited. He was happy to go forward with Bhaiya. Uncle warned me neither to buy anything nor to go too far out while he was away. But uncle gave him a warning. He told him not to buy anything. First point. Second point, not to go too far on the spree of watching the fair. Okay. I promised that I would wait for him, but he promised that he would be waiting for the return of his uncle, and then he continued, his journey, not journey, venture to actually observe the fair, and then he would end up doing things his uncle forbade. Okay, what? We'll find out. Now, 4. Bhaiya and I went from shop to shop. There were many things I would have liked to buy, but I waited for uncle to return. So, Bhaiya and the writer, they went from shop to shop. There were many interesting things, the writer says. He wanted to buy so many things from the shops they visited, but he did not buy a single stuff. The reason is he had promised his uncle that he would wait till he comes back. So he had been controlling himself from getting tempted to buy things. Okay, but he was somehow controlling himself, like I've said. Then, then we came to shop. Just a sec. Yeah. Then we came to shop what was called the Lucky Shop. Then they finally reached to a shop which was named the Lucky Shop. Okay, the shop was called Lucky Shop. The shopkeeper was neither young nor old. So the shopkeeper might be middle-aged man, neither young nor old. He was a middle-aged man, like I've said. He seemed neither too smart nor too lazy. So the writer was making assessment. Okay, he seemed neither too smart. He did not look very active and all. Neither he was that lazy. Okay, he was an average-looking man who was middle-aged. He wanted everybody to try their luck. Alright, the shopkeeper wanted everyone to come and try their luck because the shop's name read Lucky Shop. He wanted everybody to try their luck. There were discs on the table with numbers from 1 to 10 facing down. See, here's the trick. On his table there were discs with numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, so there will be discs with numbers labeled from 1 to 10. Okay, facing down. Those numbers would be facing down. So all you had to do was to pay 50 paise, pick up any 6 discs, add up the numbers on the discs and find total. It was very simple sort of game, right? So there were few discs numbering from 1 to 10. A player was supposed to pay 50 paise and collect any 6 discs. How many discs? 6 discs. And he had to find he had to add up the numbers on the disk and find the total. The article marked with a number would be given to the buyer. Very simple. It sounds very simple, right? See, all a person who used to buy a disc by paying 50 paise was supposed to do was pick up any 6 discs. How many discs? 6. After that, what was he supposed to do? Yes? He was supposed to add up the numbers on the disk and find out the total. For example, he added the numbers and found his total to be 50. So any article with its label as 50 would belong to the person who bought the disk by paying 50 paise. Okay, just an example that I've given. All right. Number 5. An old man paid 50 paise and selected 6 discs. So it was turn for an old man who paid 50 paise and selected 6 discs as the rule suggested. He added up the numbers on them and found the total was 15. So as he added the number, his total came up as 15. He was given the article marked 15. So he was given the article which was marked 15. And what was that article? It was a beautiful clock. But the old man did not want a clock. He did not want to take a clock. The shopkeeper obliged him by buying it back for 15 rupees. So shopkeeper, agreed to buying the clock by paying the old man 15 rupees. How many rupees? 15 rupees on those days used to be big money, clear. The old man went away very pleased. So the old man went away. He was very happy. Pleased means happy. Clear? He was very happy and then he went away. Alright. So here we are, number 6. Then a boy, a little older than I, tried his luck. Then another boy, someone who was little older than the writer, tried his luck. He got a comb worth 25 paise. So when he added up the numbers, he got 25 paise. Okay. And then for 25 paise, he received a comb. Okay, you know comb, right? Something you tuck up your hair with. Yeah. The shopkeeper looked neither happy nor sad. He bought the comb from the boy for 25 paise. So same thing again here. The shopkeeper was neither happy nor sad. He paid 25 paise to the boy and then he was happy to, he simply paid this 25 paise to the boy. The boy tried his luck again. So the boy tried his luck for the second time and now he got a fountain pen. You know fountain pen, right? Ink pen basically, which runs with liquid fluiding. Okay. He got a fountain pen worth 3 rupees. So see, by spending 50 paise, the young boy first got a comb. And then he was not happy. He sold it to the shopkeeper, tried his luck out again, and then he somehow managed to get a fountain pen on his second trial. Second trial for 3 rupees. A fountain pen worth 3 rupees. Okay. And then would he try again? Let's find out. See, we're here. Then he tried a third time and he got a wristwatch worth 25 rupees. See, his luck, he was really very lucky that day, it seemed. See, he tried for the third time and then he got a wristwatch worth rupees 25, a valuable wristwatch for the money he was spending. He spent a wristwatch worth 25 rupees. Okay. When he tried again, he got he kept trying. He tried for the fourth time. When he tried again, he got a table lamp this time worth more than 10 rupees. Can you imagine? This boy's luck was something out of this world. On his first attempt, he got a comb. Secondly, he got a fountain pen. Third, he got a wristwatch worth 25 rupees. And he tried again to win what? A table lamp which was worth more than rupees 10. So this boy was lucky. Lucky or not, we'll find out as the story progresses. Okay. The boy was happy and went away with a smile and a good deal of cash. So this boy was very happy. So he was, while leaving the shop, he was smiling and he, seemed to have earned some cash also by selling away the goods he won, because he did not want all the goods. right? So we'll continue reading the next para. Be prepared for that. Okay. Paragraph 8. Here we are. I had hopes of winning a big prize and continue to try. Okay. We missed something. Just give me a moment. Yeah, 7. Sorry, we're not on 8. We're 7. We are at paragraph 7 now. So I wanted to try my luck. I looked at Bhaiya. He encouraged me. So Bhaiya encouraged him. He somehow, gave him good vibe that yes, it was safe to play or something. I paid 50 paise and took 6 discs. My luck was not too good. I got 2 pencils. So the boy got 2 pencils. The shopkeeper bought them from me for 25 paise. I tried again. So what did the shopkeeper do? He bought the pencil for 25 paise from the young boy, and then it somehow forced him to try his luck again. This time I got a bottle of ink, also of little value. So for the second time he got a bottle of ink. The bottle of ink also was not of that great value. The shopkeeper bought that too for 25 paise. I took a chance for the third time. Still, luck was not me. So, things did not go down too well for the writer. In the first attempt, what did he win? He won pencil. In the second attempt, what did he win? He won a bottle of ink. And on his third attempt, what was it that he won? It is not mentioned, but it is said that luck was not with me. He must have won something which was not of high value, like the other boys did. Okay, so number 8, let's read. I had high hopes. I had hopes of winning a big prize and continued to try my luck again and again. So the writer, in ecstasy to win big prize, kept trying again and again and again. Clear? So he used to pay 50 paise each time he would try. But every time I got a trifle. Every time, whenever he tried, he got a trifle. So, what do you mean by trifle? Let's find out. It's here. See, what is trifle? Trifle means an object of little value, something that does not have high value. Clear? An object of little value. So, every time the writer tried, he got trifle. He used to get something which was of very low value. Am I clear? Very simple, right? So every time he used to try, he would get a trifle. He would get a what? Trifle. Okay. At last, I was left with only 25 paise. So he kept trying and trying unless he was left with only 25 paise. Means it was time where he could spend no more because he was only left with 25 paise, and to buy the discs one was supposed to pay minimum 50 paise, right? Again, the shopkeeper showed his kindness. The shopkeeper was kind again. How? Let's find out. He said I could either play once more with 25 paise or settle the account then and there. Okay. You said you could, try your luck once again. I played again and the last 25 also disappeared. He tried again, but poor luck. The last 25 paise also had gone. Okay. He lost them. And number 9. People were looking at me. Some were laughing at my bad luck, but none showed any sympathy. Bhaiya and I went to the place where uncle had left us and waited for him to return. Okay, so some were laughing at his bad luck, but nobody showed sympathy to what had happened. Okay, so they went back to the place where uncle had left them and they were now waiting for his uncle's return. Okay, presently he came. He looked at me and said, Rashid, you look upset. What is the matter? So uncle came. He looked at Rashid, the young boy who's telling us the story, and he understood, okay, there is something wrong. And straight up he asked, Rashid, what is the matter? You look very upset. Number 10. I did not say anything. Bhaiya told him what had happened. So he did not mention any word to him. Bhaiya actually narrated the whole incident. Uncle was neither angry nor sad. He smiled and patted me. So uncle patted him, gently, what do you call it? Hit on the back with your hand as a gesture of, encouraging or showing sympathy. So uncle simply patted on his back. He took me to a shop and bought me a beautiful umbrella. So uncle took him to a shop and bought him an umbrella. Not only umbrella, he bought him biscuits and sweets and some other little gifts. Then we returned home. So in the end, uncle made him feel good by buying what? Beautiful umbrella, biscuit, sweet, and some other little gifts. Then they returned home. Right. Now the last para, number 11. Back home. Uncle told me that the lucky shopman had made a fool of him. So uncle told him, the lucky shopman befooled you. He tricked you. He cheated you. No, uncle, I said, it was just my bad luck. Clear, but he defended by saying, no, uncle, I don't think he cheated me. Maybe it was my bad luck. So uncle said, no, my boy. It was neither good luck nor bad luck. But uncle, I said, I saw an old man getting a clock and a boy getting 2 or 3 costly things. Clear. So they were having discussion. Uncle said, this shopkeeper made a fool of you. So he said, no, uncle, I saw in front of me an old man and a young man winning so many prizes. So what will uncle reply? Let's read and find out. We are here. You don't know, child, uncle say. They were all friends of the shopkeeper. They were all playing tricks to tempt you to try your luck. So they were actually friends of the shopkeeper. In order to lure and trick the customer into trying their luck, they play out or act out these things. Okay. They wanted your money and they got it. Now forget about it and don't tell anybody of your bad luck or your foolishness. So uncle, gave him a lesson. It was not your bad luck, it was this man's trick whose trap you fell into. So next time he has to be careful. Okay. So this is what we learn a valuable lesson from by reading this story, and it is that sometimes things may seem very presentable and very likable, promising, like if you get into that path you will get lots of reward, but things are not always like they appear. Before getting into something we should be very observant and careful, because once you get into something it may not be always easy to escape. Clear. So be observant, be careful before deciding on things. Okay, so that is it. So with this we come to conclusion of explanation of lesson number 8 for English honeysuckle text. Tomorrow we shall discuss the question answers and more, and we may take up some poems additionally. And I recommend you to try making question answers on your own if you can, and if you require any kind of help with the notes, I'll always be there. Okay, so thank you everyone. Let us wind up the class.